Oh my god, guys. The hype is real. It's 10 till 10 at night, June 18th. Higurashi Ch.3 just came out yesterday, and I completely missed it yesterday. But I'm doing it tonight. The hype. I saw that, and I was like, oh my god, it's out. I didn't know it was going to be out. There was like no release date ahead of time. Oh, man. Okay. The shortest scenario. I have the first two. Okay. There's another one in the series, not Higurashi, but it's like a side story or a side arc or something like that coming out in a couple weeks. I'll get to that too after this one probably. Anyways, man, curse, or coincidence? How are the conjectures inside you solidifying? Look forward to whether those conjectures will waver or become a cornerstone of this scenario. The difficulty is for the worst. You'll probably not even be able to make conjectures. I don't even know what that means. Illiterate. So I think at the end of the second chapter, our character was like killed or something in the hospital. I don't really remember the characters' names. I'll have to get reminded by them as we play. The snake in the well was happy, for it did not care what was outside the well. The snake in the well was happy, for it had not to do with what happened outside the well, and you were happy too, for you did not know what happened outside the well. This is a work of fiction, and any resemblance to actual persons or organizations that's how coincidental. 1983, the early summer of the 50th year of the Showa era. So we're going to go like through the entire freaking thing again. New to town, new to school, making friends with everybody. I think one was named Miku or something or whatever. I don't know. It was a very humid day. Not even a slight breeze was blowing. It had been an unpleasant summer, one that was not only hot, but sweltering. So, at least so. Okay. There were various articles of clothing hung out to the giant and messy apartment windows, but the lack of wind evoked an impression far removed from coolness. In fact, it only felt more oppressive. There were crooked houses and apartments lining the narrow, twisting road. In addition, there were planters and flower pots, whose contents were beginning to rot, as well as bicycles and cars on the sides of the road, making it even more cramped and more oppressive, and all the more sweltering. Nobody who was in this place at this time was visiting it voluntarily, but in spite of what everyone might expect, a single motorcycle came rolling in. The lone motorcycle, which couldn't be called neat even as flattery, pulled up to a two-story apartment complex and stopped there. A man fairly old and wrinkled stepped off. When the housewife hanging out in the laundry noticed, and she called out, "Well, hello there. It's quite hot again today, isn't it?" "Who, you got that right. I feel like I'm gonna boil out here." "All right, landlord. I didn't think it'd be the first thing you said. Ah, sorry. The fluorescent lights, right? Completely forgot." "No, not that. Don't you smell it? There's a terrible smell about. I've been smelling this morning." "Wait, what's this? It reeks. Did the sewer get backed up again? So there's something about a landlord? I've had to keep my nose plugged all day long." "You still look pretty lovely plugging your nose, my dear." There was an unhygienic drainage channel running behind the apartment. The lattice from which it flowed was stuffed with branches and fallen leaves, and when the filth got caught up in them, it created an awful stench in the summertime. Could you tell the municipal office about it? The drain will end up buried at this rate. Well, yikes. It's completely blocked. It'll start back up if you poke it with a stick." The man across the fence over the drainage channel picked up a filthy giant pole sitting nearby. He must have planted the stick in a drain and cleared it out. Wait, landlord, stop that. If you mix it all strange if you do that. It'll smell terrible." "It smells if it's clogged, and it smells if mixed. Which should I choose?" So he shoved the giant pole into the filth in the lettuce. Of course, it did nothing to help the accumulation of waste. Ugh, it's a dead cat. This is the health center's job. Cats and dogs smell awful when they die. A bamboo pole's not going to do much good. Garbage bags, old clothes, they throw all kinds of stuff in there. And is that a duck I see? Well, of course it stinks. The nerve of some people. Yeah, that's horrible. Anyway, the drainage channel was already unsanitary. What little more garbage at this point? The stream of such imprudent people was never ending, and now this channel had turned into a garbage dump. When he poked the pile of old clothes floating in the sewage, a black cloud of smoke floated out in the water. The two of them grimaced at the terribly bizarre and repulsive sight. "Gaw, we got maggots, eh? Somebody must have thrown kitchen waste in." Sorry about that, guys. Well, landlord? What's that? What, just more garbage? Landlord, that's... Eh? Eh? Eek! Okay. Oh, hello, good work today. Ah, what a terrible stench. Hey, Bruce, get everyone just around this area, including further up the channel. It's on plain sight of the two-floor houses. Identify the deceased unknown. Sex female. Age estimated to be late 20s or early 30s. Time of death about 2 or 3 days ago. She was probably abandoned after death. Naked, too. Figuring out who she will be rough. Contact the community division and ask if anyone's gone missing. They probably weighed her down until she'd sink. Then the weights came off and she floated to the top. But why isn't the drainage sewer of all things? Would have been better under an overpass or in the mountains, you know. And it would have been right outside our jurisdiction, right? It looks like they never wanted to hide the corpse at all. Did they do so she would be found as a warning or something? This slice in her stomach definitely wasn't from a fish eating her. She was cut open and her insides were dragged out. They really made a show out of killing her. Doesn't the Chinese mafia do this sort of traditional punishments? Ask Shigeru-san and Sister 4 if he's had any trouble with the Yakuza. On it, sir. Still, what a terrible way to go. Hey, don't hurt. And her poking out like this sort of look like the salad soba you get in Kyoto. Maybe if you stuck chopsticks and noodles would pop out, see? Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, did he really do that? That's gross. Please give me a break. Yeah! Her intestines were pulled out and her ears or nose cut off. That's definitely not how I want to go. Her fingers are in bad state, too. There are long nails stuck in all of them on both hands. What kind of torture was this anyway? Okay. Oh, now we get the logo. So, are we not going to have any of the main characters? Well, we have to, because one of the main characters was in the game logo. Oh, we're in school. Oh, shit. Almost relaxing time during school day. Lunch for sure. Everyone brought their desks side by side like always. We all ate together. So skipping home meeting everybody, new friends staying. I guess it's a different reality or something. Alright, P. Alright. I can see the ridge. Oh, yeah, alright. I guess it's another reality or whatever where we're alive still. Okay. That still bugs me that there's two realities where our character's dead anyway, so does it really matter? I don't know. Oh my, Mion-san. I may say your lunch looks quite appetizing today. Because she Mion? Because I can't remember. It's been like 3 months or 4 months. There's so many different things. It's wonderful. Rika-chan. That's Rika. Like, who's Mion then? Okay, Mion's the blue hair. Miku look alike. Mion, okay. Satoko, the Brady, and Rika-chan, nice little one. Okay. Let's have a look. Whoa. I expected some leftovers from last night. Aw, sweet old Mion. All the others were having a drink party at my house yesterday. I managed to nab some of what they didn't eat. So it's all the snacks you could have with sake. They're but leftovers were near scraps of food, but when arranged in a bento box so cleanly, they look impressive. It looks like a part of a full-course meal at a high-class restaurant. People should decide if they like things mainly based on their first impression. So I thought maybe a taste of bento would be proportional to how pretty it was when you opened it. It may seem unrefined, Mion-san, but you are positively splendid at arranging food like this. Her room is nice and tidy, too. Mi-chan is a lot more organized and polite than anyone thinks. It's all the same once it's in your stomach. I had thought Mion was just like that, but thinks she had this kind of taste. You can't judge a book by its cover. Mion was carefully in everything she did. I'm trying to... Rina-chan. Her name's Rina. Okay, that's right. But I forgot what her name is. Mion was careful in everything she did. She never misstepped, faltered, or messed up. I think R starts with a K, but I can't remember. I'm sure they'll say it eventually. I see she is our club president after all. Where's the other to scoff at either, Rina? Your crab buko flower is very pretty. You know, Rina, your lunch always has like an art to it. Like it has rabbit-shaped apple slices and carrot flowers and stuff. Rina's bento wasn't all about taste. It was like she always put her heart into it or something. It wasn't just good, it made your insides all nice and warm. Thanks. It's not quite as good as Michan's, but I really want to make it really cute. Hi. Sorry about that, guys. I'm still kind of sick, but yeah. Cooking isn't all about skill, it's about love. And that's it, I didn't come up even to your feet. Love, huh? Yeah. Just from looking at her bento, I could definitely feel that Irina put her heart and soul into making it. That's what her bento was like. The taste, Kichi, we're Kichi. Alright, I remember now. I don't know, it just came to me. Anyway, the taste isn't all that counts for a bento. How it looks also matters. Suppose we must learn from this too. So let's see. So took on Rika-chan's up and coming bento. Whoa. Ta-da! Whoa. Yesterday our neighbor shared some meat with us, so we ended up grilling it for our bento. Those ones too, they had such an impact. They were bursting at the seams with grilled meat. At a glance, it was too impactful for a girl's bento, but when you thought about eating with all your friends, it brought more than enough color to the table. Wow, at first it looks like the kind of crude bento that Jack would eat, but there are so many different things in here, like boiled spinach and soy sauce and stewed hijiki. Rika-chan, you're really good at this kind of unaffected cooking, huh? Yeah, but I think Rika-chan will make a great wife when she grows up. I have a tight hold on my future husband. I was with for Rika-chan, huh? At first it sounded appealing. It did, but I felt like a married life with her would be anything but normal. But really, everyone was amazing. They were all so young, and yet they're all capable of cooking for themselves. I would sort of cook whenever I went camping with my family, but making lunch every day was a level definitely couldn't reach. I could only really cook in my spare time. When I thought about it like that, it really made everyone stand out more. Frankly, I respected them. Huh? I feel like maybe this doesn't only apply to other people. Come to think of it, this morning, when I was eating breakfast half asleep, I think my mom would say something really important. With a hysteric groan, I suddenly stood up startling at everyone at once. What's wrong? What's wrong? Cough, cough. He'll make a shock if he shut like that. So suddenly, you know. There's rice coming out of your nose, Satoko. I've forgotten all this stuff about cooking for yourself. It applied to me, too. Was I supposed to cook my own lunch or something? Uh-oh, flashback. Kichi, your mom and dad need to go to Tokyo again for business. Yeah? Sleepy. Your dad's bitter fell ill right before an event. He was taking part in. It's a very important event. They need someone to fill in. Well, Dad does what he does to do for his job. Sure, your dad and I, you see, we need to go to Tokyo as fast as we can and help with the event. We might have to stay there for a few days depending on what happens. That sounds annoying. Yawn. While we're gone, we won't be here, so you'll need to make your own meals yourself. Are you okay with that, Kichi? I'll be fine. Humans can do anything when they're desperate. That's so. That's a relief. You can at least cook rice, right? And you can make miso soup as well. And you might just buy some side dishes and you'll have a meal. Meal? Yeah. I can cook rice with my camping kit. Never used a rice cooker before. Only ever made instant miso soup that you make in a pot of boiling water too. Well, I'll think of something. If you can cook for yourself, then you don't need much money, do you? No, eating out is too expensive. You're at the age where you should learn about cooking and personal finances now, after all. Yep, I'll get by. I know, I won't. What was I thinking? I was half asleep and I made such crazy empty promises. Just like manga characters always at times like these. I bent over backwards and scratched fiercely at my head. Scratch, scratch. Huh, Kichi-kan, your parents sure have it rough. Doing a little knee hand thing. Anyway, you need to keep your things in order while they're gone. Anyway, food. My parents aren't here. I have to make it all myself, you know. This is a huge emergency. Should you not simply give up and cook for yourself? Kichi-san, did you not make a fabulous curry dish for the curry party previously? Listen here. My mom taught me how to cook that curry when we camped. It's the best I can do. Wait, look about the curry cook-off that one time, and like in the second game, I think. Oh, wow, I don't know. I don't know how far in we are in the year. Are we past Tatarigoroshi yet? I don't know. I could eat curry 3 meals a day. I mean, It's just junk food in the first place. There's no nutritional balance whatsoever, and it's just completely stupid. Miana and Satoko with their hands over my mouth. Oh, my nose is so stuffed. A moment later, the door rattled open. Chi-sensei. Oh, my nose. Man, sorry guys, hold on. Okay, there we go. And Chi-sensei, known curry maniac, suddenly poked her head and I remember her. Like, you just about bad about the curry? No, we didn't say anything. Anyone's faces went totally white and they all shook their heads in denial. Her eyes rolled over the classroom. Her glare wasn't just a teacher's ordinary stare. Is that so? Must have been the wind. Chi-sensei gave one more look around the classroom, then closed the door and went back to the teacher's lounge. I may have been shouting, but for her to hear from all the way across the hall in the teacher's lounge, that teacher is terrifying. Yeah, I guess so. Ki-chan, you get this up her ass, other foods all you want, but you might want to stay away from curry. At least as long as you live in Hinamizawa. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's what I said, but still I can't have curry for every meal. A cup of ramen is good, but you only eat it once in a while. If you eat it for every meal, you get bored of it pretty quickly. Rice and miso soup is a good side dish. Yeah, that's what Japanese tables should look like. Why can't you just try to cook for yourself? Your rice you make yourself is really good. This whole man thinks it's more pain than good. Experiencing it every once in a while might be nice. That's right, life is all about experiences, right? But when you cut your finger or burn yourself, it's so sad, so very sad. With anyone encouraging me like this, I started to feel like maybe I could do it if I tried to. Though approximately one person didn't sound like she was encouraging me. Cooking is a skill I'll have to learn at some point since I want to live on my own one day. Maybe learning now won't be so bad. Pretty uneasy about it, but you're right. If I don't understand how to cook a few things around here, then I will be in good shape next time our club does a cooking showdown. Oh, you're correct. That clever trick of yours in the last curry contest won't work every time after all. As if scoring me, Satoko ridiculed my comeback from a hopeless situation and a certain do-or-die curry showdown. Anyway, wait, and what are you so relaxed for? You relied entirely on Rika-chan back then, didn't you? Why did you cook at this time exactly? You put a bunch of salt in Rina's curry, a bag of salt in Mion's rice, and you flipped over my pan. I relapsed into my grudge over the last curry showdown. For now, I calm my unquellable anger by pitching Sotoko's ears. Ow! My attack was because that's what they were doing for club. I may not look like it, but I could do a little bit of cooking. Can you now? Even when you couldn't peel one character in the showdown, how to get Rika to do it? Don't be so daft. People get better every day, you know. If you think I'll always be crummy at cooking when you're quite mistaken. Right, Rika? I have to watch or else I'll get worried about the pot and the flame. Sometimes you forget to turn the gas off, too. Everyone burst into laughter. That should be an issue with cooking. Even I would never do that. I don't want to hear that from someone who eats nothing but cup ramen. But what Satoko could pretty well for herself, you know. I mean, that's fine. You don't need to force yourself to cover up for her like that. No, she's not trying to cover up for her or anything. It's just that Rika-chan's cookie is by far the best of all of us, so hers doesn't stand out. Satoko has to master the basics too, right? At very least, she can cook rice and miso soup. Well, she can't quite tell the difference between cauliflower and broccoli, though. I forgot about that. They're both the same anyway once you boil them. Satoko erupted in anger, making two fists and swinging them over her head. Everyone laughed a lot after that. That's funny. She's all twisted. Either way, they're not over her head. I don't think those little arms can reach over her head. God. Oh, well, the others don't matter. I couldn't understand being left by Yukichi-san. Yes, perhaps I do lag behind anyone else's term in cooking skill, but at least I'm confident I never lose to you, Satoko. Not to you, at least. What was that? Yeah, the gallus say you're confident. That's what staffed here. I might not seem like a good cook, but I take turns with Rika, you know. I can cook just fine for myself, thank you. I see. Good for you being able to cook. I'll buy some candy for you as a present later. I passed took on the head while I made fun of her. Satoko seemed to know I was making fun of her, too. Since her face went bright red. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Very quickly. And steam started to pour out like she was a kettle. I don't like how the first video of this new series, I gotta be sick and all that. Yeah. Anyway, Mega, you don't believe me, do you? Anyway, I look far better than you, Kichi-san. I see. And if you could tell me the difference between cauliflower and broccoli, I'll believe you. Come on, let's hear it. The green one is broccoli, or no, the yellow one, cauliflower, is red, blue, green. Ugh. Come on now, what color is broccoli? It's not red, blue, green like a television. Come on, say it. Ugh. So go get cooked just fine not knowing what color broccoli is. White. Good for you. Wow, stupid Kiki. Wow. Oh, it's nothing to cry hysterically about. She's so goddamn cute. I stroked her head as hard as I could. Ruffle. Oh, if you're going to act so smug, you could surely show us the better that stucco. Remarked at me on, giving me such a slightly mean smile. Actually, I have no confidence at all in my cooking, or the situation carried me along, and I decided to deliver an impressive declaration. Just you wait. Tonight we'll make the best darn meal you've ever seen. I'll even make you a little too much to pack it for lunch, tomorrow you'll be so surprised you'll fall over. Huh. Confident. That sounds like fun. I can't wait for lunchtime tomorrow. Rika patted me on the head. Her words of I can't wait sounded so transparent. Rina's excited too. I promise I won't laugh no matter what you make. Alright, so maybe I'll go out on my bento tomorrow too. Then let's do this. Let's have a bento showdown tomorrow. As a club activity, of course. And we'll throw in a punishment game too. What an ingenious idea that is. How is that, Kichi-san? I'll give you one chance to back down. Sayoko. Was that a typo? Sayoko wiped her tears, snarled at me as if this was a chance to turn things around. Maybe this is bad? I feel like when their conversation is getting pretty out of hand. Well, if I apologize, now's my chance. But what came out of Kichi embarrassed mouth with a statement so reckless it even frightened me. Yeah, you're on. I bet tomorrow will knock you right out of your shoes. Whoa. Everyone raised their voices. I'm surprised at my bold, confident reply. Now I've done it. What have I done? I'm so irresponsible. So me, I sound what sort of fantastic punishment game one we have to play if we lose. Still grated furiously, as if to say it was already decided I'd be playing instead of fantastic punishment game. Let's see. Okay, how about this? Whoever loses tomorrow's bento showdown during lunch break tomorrow has to go up to the cheese eater in the teacher's lounge and say bad things about curry. Oh shit. Me-chan? So that's how terrifying. Everyone went pale and guessed how truly terrifying the punishment game was. Chi-sensei is such a maniac about curry that she risked her life for. About to go up to her and start saying bad things about curry? What kind of fate would await us? Just try to imagine if it was scary. As everyone looked blankly and raised that terrifying punishment game, Rika-chan spoke. Tomorrow's contest will be decided by skill. And Rika, Mion, and Satoko everybody nodded deeply in agreement. Although Kichi says probably might be his own dinner tonight rather than bento's tomorrow's bento. Ho ha. How disappointing that you can't witness an amazing dinner I'm going to make tonight. Only used to have a glimpse of it in my bento tomorrow, so looking forward to it. That's quite a lot of grandstanding. You know it will happen if you go with us to something terrible, right? I just can't wait. How much trouble you'll be in once she says I tell Satoko. Yes, I can't wait either. To see Kichi-san grumbling before her begging for forgiveness. Said it was all tears should be on your face. Yes, I can just see it now. What was that, Yank? More God, Stretch. Both of us on the verge of tears filling each other's cheeks. Stretch? Try to muster all your desperation by placing yourself in a predicament. Keisha is just so manly. This is unmanly or anything of the sort. It's called being reckless. He can't be cook well. Stretch. Haha. Rita believes in you. I'm looking forward to your wonderful Benho. I'm looking forward to very much seeing Kichi's tomorrow as well. Their expectations were painful. I was just trying to tease to go a little. How did it come to this? Yeah, you better look forward to it. How am I able to say such reckless things? I'm mainly so unreasonable what the heck is going on to my dinner. And I bet they'll show down tomorrow. No more importantly, they make me say bad things about Curry to Chi Sensu's face. What will happen to me? The extreme contrast between my outward bravado and my screaming this hot and human humor jacked on. Okay, guys, hold on. I'm gonna get me a quick drink. Okay, hopefully I'll be good for now. The extreme contrast between my outward bravado. Okay, wait, that. I really needed that quick chug. Feel a little bit better, just a little bit. The entire day up until school was over. The whole time, my meal and my beno tomorrow were the only things on my mind. And I also cleared my throat a little. The mucus, yeah, sounds gross, but I'm congested and sick and all that. Helped a little. Plus, reading for so long like this gets my throat sore and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm about 30 minutes in, really. And now that I thought about it, I'm seeing amazing for playing 3 meals every day of the year. I completed about 4 by having the same meal in a row once in a while, but now I know how rude that was. More importantly, what am I going to do about the punishment game tomorrow? And besides, what am I going to eat tonight? Boo-hoo. Kichi-kun? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about stuff. About what to make tonight? Or about the Beno Showdown tomorrow? She hit the mark. I couldn't find anything to say. In my facial expression made the obvious fact that she hit the mark. For an tomorrow's showdown, I don't think if you do your best at making a Beno, you'll be fine. There's nothing superior to a Beno you tried really hard to make all by yourself. Tomorrow's showdown is one thing, but what about dinner tonight? I finally suddenly get food poisoning. I couldn't make any more bluffs. I exaggerate, blah, blah, blah. Jaw drooped my shoulders to the heat side and blow my gut. Rena allowed her to show away when she saw me do that. Kichi-kun, you don't have any confidence in your cooking at all, do you? So I've been found out. If it looks like you can do it no matter how hard you try, you could always give Rena a call. Really? But only if you try really hard first, okay? You can't rely on others without first juggling yourself. Rena seemed naive, but sometimes she was instructive. She didn't just spoil people unconditionally. Rena always seemed like an adult at these moments. If I absolutely can't do it, I'll call you. Though chances are extremely high. Go for it. Yay. You are a grandson so much as with a good chin that you tried your best. Hey, about Satoko, how good is she at cooking? She's at least better than you. That was so direct. It hit me pretty hard. You were making fun of her a lot, too. Maybe you should have struggled just a little. Eric? I mean, you're pretty mean. Mina's and all cute. Now that I provoked Satoko's that much, I couldn't just make some crummy Beno. I can't believe how loose-lipped I am. Okay, bye. Good luck. On the cooking, show everyone that you could do it if you really try. Yeah, I wave my hand up saying in response. Leaving me with words of encouragement and a few pieces of super beginner advice, Rena disappeared past the trees. Okay, so we're probably about halfway through the chapter. I like the music. So peaceful. Oh, we're home. Maybera Mansion. Oh, wow, all these things are just coming back to me, man. Nothing's happening. Fine, I'm desperate. So what? I may not know the ABCs of navigation. I have neither a seashore nor a compass. but still one idiot's taking on the ocean of great cooking age alone. And his name is Kichi Maybera. Let's go. Time to cook. My enthusiasm is peerless. If energy and recklessness was all it took, I could take over the world. However, there are plenty of things in this world that can't be achieved with resolution alone. And the cooking was probably at the top contender. Therefore, even if I was hastily prepared knowledge, I wanted something to help me. I made up my mind and fished through the kitchen cabinets. I was on the hunt for a cookbook. My mom should have a few of them. For a complete amateur like me, the first thing I needed was information. Just like you would cook, the ocean, the end of a compass. For me, a cookbook was absolutely indispensable. Here's one. It was worn out, wrinkle covered, and made it feel somehow reliable. Okay, as long as I've got this. Well, it's easier to give it a shot than think about it, right? Anyone can concoct the taste of a gourmet chef as long as they have a cookbook. Cookbooks are great. It's such optimistic thoughts filled my chest. I flipped through the pages. However, whoa, I played with technical terminology like toys. I just couldn't see how to actually make things. I knew it all along, Kichi Maybera. If anyone could make delicious food just by reading a book, that there would be no such job as a gourmet chef in the first place. First of all, it's called for 3 teaspoons, but which spoon is that? And it keeps saying to use however much you like. How much exactly are you supposed to use? Stop using obscure expressions. Strain out the water in a colander and add salt and pepper to taste. What the heck is a colander? A colander? It's straining out like stretching. You can't stretch water droplets like a meat. Ugh, and besides, how much salt and pepper is that supposed to be anyway? Ugh. Are there any beginner-friendly guides in here? It won't do you any good to yell. Cool it off, Kichi Maybera. Think calmly. For now, I'll leave the side dish until after. The rice is more important. I have to cook the rice or I can't start. I know a little bit about how to cook rice. I didn't cook with my can't be kit. I didn't cook with my can't be kit when we can't be all the time for nothing. I'll wash the rice. There should be enough water. And which switch is it? Is it the button or the lamp turned on? Yeah, fully automatic rice cookers are one of those 3 sacred treasures after all. Now, pleased by the rice cooker set, I pulled myself together and decided to take on the miso soup next. The miso soup I made at the day camp was all the instant kind after all. Yeah, it would be fine if I just melted the miso to hot water, no doubt. I'll boil the water and put in the miso. Huh? How much should I put in? Let's see here. Use the proper amount according to the number of people and your taste. Enough with the vague expressions. Fine, I'll put in the proper amount. I crushed a bag of miso soup in that fist. I put half of its contents into the pot. Oh, is this really okay? Maybe this is a little too hearty. Sorry about that. They do say miso soup is best when it tastes strong. Let me think of it. My mom's miso soup is a little thin. Maybe I'll like it better with this much in it. Like I said, I was trying to convince myself. I'm convinced by my own words. I nod to myself. Alright, the rice and miso soup were probably fine. Next, the side dish. But what should I make? Something I could make that will be add color to the meal. That's why I don't stir fry some vegetables. You can eat vegetables raw too and they won't die just on a little bit of fire. I was so cute that I realized that level of my thoughts had fallen from what would look great in a meal to what would be easy to make. There were quite a few vegetables in the refrigerator. What kind of vegetables go into a stir fry? Bean sprouts, cabbage, chives, onions. Can you put cucumbers and lettuce in? For now, I grabbed a nearby cutting board, cut them into chunks, and tossed them into a wok. This has gotten pretty exciting. Is it true what that means cooking? Hey, this is actually getting kind of fun. All of a sudden, there was a pile of vegetables in the wok. Alright, next is the salad oil. Glug, glug, glug with salad oil. And more exciting if I filled it to the brim. Oops, a bit leaked out. Well, no point in worrying about something so minor. The great Kichi Maybera's cooking is exciting. Okay, let's turn on the heat. Boof. Whoosh. The salad oil fell into the wok to the brim, caught fire, and flames reached up to the sky. Amazing. Maybe I could be an Iron Chef, too. Well, I'm really good at cooking with fire. Those words are spoken by delusion. I was saying something outrageously careless, but then words came out, they sort of convinced me. Gah, yes, I'm an Iron Chef. Ow, hot. But as the crazy pillar of flame started to burn the ceiling, I finally realized that the fabulous cookie before my eyes had accumulated into an actual life-threatening disaster. Wait, what? Could I have been doing something insane? The force of the flame grew stronger and stronger. Wait, what? What? Yeah! What in the world are you doing? You must stop the flames this instant. The whack suddenly forcefully struck me in the back of the head. When I turned around to see what was going on, to my surprise, I saw Satoko and Rika-chan there. Satoko, Rika-chan? They turned one at the unexpected entrance. Satoko shot me out of the way and turned off the gas. Then Rika-chan got a towel and took it and spread it out and placed it over the pot. She took more towels to put a second and a third. Once a whole bunch were piled on, the fire finally stopped. All of it happened in a few moments. Sorry about that, guys. Having avoided a huge fire by a hair's breadth, the three of us grasped for air. Wait, what are you doing in my house? You're trespassing on private property. Yes, Okichi, you've been caught red-handed in the act of arson. It was just about to turn into a huge building fire, wasn't it? It made very, very sad Kichi was homeless after this. And after pretending to be such an Irish chef, I began to take in the situation. Arg. So that was really about to set the house on fire? Is that not obvious? Just look at it. The ceiling is all sooty, is it not? Chimneys are the only things that should be sooty. Satoko was seriously mad at me. Maybe that saved my life. They saved my life. According to what they said, I was so absorbed to my fire cook in that I hadn't noticed that Satoko and me could chain in the doorbell. But they could tell someone was home, so they came in to check. Thank goodness they did. If Satoko and I hadn't come to the fire engines, would have been going wee woo right now. Kishan, do you understand how serious this is? Or was? At some point, I had to sit down on my knees as I listened obediently. I'm so sorry, you two saved my life. Sorry, you two saved my life. We thought we would come and see what your fabulous dinner you made. But as we thought, it's a mess. At this rate, we won't even need to look at your beno. Your meat. So Yurika-chan came all this way just to see what I made for dinner? That's being mean, said your house and your life. Is that not something to take your heart? Yes, I'd be sorry, Satoko-chan. Son, at this point, having shown them such a disaster, I couldn't make myself any more bluffs. I completely surrendered. And yet you tried really hard to put art on curry. Where did Akichi-san from back then go? Jeez. I had all our underclassmen help me then, and I just borrowed entire pots from the other teams. I didn't really cook anything. Akichi-san, you cheated? Jeez, you might have been doing what our club usually does, but that was terrible. Pouring insult on the other team's spots seemed far more terrible to me. But Satoko was in control right now, so I couldn't respond. I abandonedly hang my head into her. I wonder, these are alternate realities. What if this stuff happened in all the realities, but they just didn't show it. They just skipped all that, so we get to live what we skipped. I don't know. By the way, Kichi-san, this is a terrible pot. This was supposed to be miso soup, was it? Satoko stared at the pot, totally full of miso, with an awful expression. So, I really did get the wrong amount wrong. Just by the look of Satoko's face, whatever was in the pot couldn't be called miso anymore. Forget the miso soup. The rice should be cooked just fine. Rice cookers these days are pretty convenient. It should be just about done. Meep, it's not cooked. See, the inside is still all watery. What? But I switched it on and a little light came on. Kichi-san, a button you pushed was the timer button, okay? It's set for breakfast, so it won't turn on until tomorrow morning. Yeah. So then what? In the end, I don't have a side dish or miso soup, or even rice. I can't make anything myself. Oh, it serves you right. So, have you finally realized your place? Come. Admit it. Say, Idai, Kichi, Mibera, and then I'll bark and much crummier cook than Satoko Hojo-san. Migi, I'm a terrible person and a crummier cook than Satoko. I beg your forgiveness. Ugh. I faint in agony. If you could chip at my head, satisfied at the sight. Satoko laughed loudly in triumph. Completely lost. In the end, I talked big, but couldn't make a single dish adequately. At this rate, I'll go without dinner. And tomorrow morning, no breakfast and no beno for lunch either. I didn't know how many days it would be before my parents returned, but at this rate, without a doubt, I'll starve to death. Meep. Of course, I'll have no Benno tomorrow either. Meep. And I'm sure to get the punishment game tomorrow. Yeah. Meep. Rika-chan kept patting my head with a smile on her face that could possibly get any bigger. Satoko, completely appalled at how suddenly I looked, heaved a heavy sigh. Adult men are just so pathetic, aren't they? Come on, please move yourself out the way. As I sobbed like a girl, Satoko, displeased, her brushed me aside, dumped the remains of lemon soup into the sink tidy, and then began to rinse out the pot. Don't worry about it, Satoko. I can at least clean up my own mess. Okay, I have to go clean up the cooking utensils I made a mess of. I went out there to stop her. Rika-chan pulled all my clothes. Ki-chan, you can't just be selling here and watch. She grinned as she said it. Be quiet and watch. What are you saying, Rika-chan? She just went what she did. What she said. Kiji-san, just be quiet and leave this to me. Satoko turned around and declared, seemingly bothered. As I said, the amateur should keep their hands off. Her annoyed expression was a little scary. What to you? Satoko didn't answer. Instead, she spun back around again to rifle through the pots in the refrigerator. Hey, wait, don't mess with them too much. If you turn the place inside out, my mom might get mad at me later. Would you just be quiet already? Men are supposed to enter the kitchen. Rika. Yeah, sir. Satoko snapped her fingers. Rika got on my tiptoe. Her tiptoes grabbed me by the back of my neck and started dragging me away. Ah! Leave Satoko alone in the kitchen. Rika-chan dragged me back into the living room. Hey, stop, Rika-chan. Let me go already. If we leave Satoko at the kitchen, it will be a disaster. Satoko didn't see how she beat you today. It's her revenge. Revenge? Couldn't think of it. Her face looked kind of grim. Eventually, from the kitchen, there was the sound of a faucet being twisted and a stub dial being turned. I began to hear the nostalgic sounds that made me envision dinner time. The refrigerator opening and closing, ingredients being cut on the chopping board. What did that mean? Was she cooking? Kichi made fun of her quite a lot. Satoko wanted to show you she could cook proper meals too. Or listen to it like this. There haven't been any sounds of blood spilling or bursting or explosions. At this point, at least she had proven she was a more skillful cook than me. In the cookie showed out Satoko Hojo versus Kichi Bibera, it looked like victory had already been decided. I recall Satoko slightly annoyed expression from before. I wasn't making fun of Satoko too much today, was it I? Is she holding a grudge? We would just provoke each other through usual back and forth. But I also think I maybe overdid it. At the very least, I shouldn't make fun of her, Satoko, who could cook for herself when I never cooked for them for recreation before. Satoko wasn't holding very much of a grudge, but she came all the way to my house and pushed her in the way in. She's gotta be mad. I quickly took a peek into the kitchen. She definitely looked different than the usual bird brain Satoko. Her eyes were sharp and her movements were brisk to the point where it was a little scary. Then she turned around to notice me because she turned around and shot me an annoyed glare. I could reach her furiously, pulled my head back out. She's mad. She's totally mad. How will she take revenge on me? That's just Satoko being serious because she doesn't want to fail. She isn't angry or anything. How can you say she isn't angry? I never seen Satoko be this frightening. Kichi-san, I can hear that, you know. Sorry! I took Satoko's angry outburst face towards the kitchen. I felt exactly like a kid who had done something bad and forgotten to call to the teacher's lounge. Where do you keep the miso? The refrigerator is so big they can't see any of it anywhere. I'm sorry. The miso is in the middle shelf in the fridge at the back left of the lower rack. Oh, what's this? You need to close the miso package to finish with it. It's getting inside the refrigerator dirty, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sorry. Before I could look for something to wipe it with, Satoko wiped it off with the wet dish towel. I swear, how many so bad at cleaning up after themselves? I shudder to think that you'll become an adult like this. Or I could take back this Satoko today. The only thing I could have done was obediently lower my head and apologize. As Satoko nitpicked and apologized, I guess I'm beginning to fill the kitchen. This is how you prepare for the miso for soup. You scoop it a little out with the ladle and break it up with chopsticks. It's important to add a little at a time and keep tasting it. Dumping the entire thing in the pot is absolutely outrageous. Oh, I'm sorry, I never paid attention in home ec class. You're pathetic, I swear. Mend. Grumble, grumble, go over that her annoying sounding muttering. But I look at her like this, she seemed quite good at cooking. It's just been overshadowed Ramirez Enrique Chan's artistic abilities, statistical skills were clearly enough to get passing marks. Hey, if you have time to sit on out like that, then you can go set the table. You're going to have to be eating too, so set 3 places on it. I simply took 3 people's worth of dishes, such from the cabinets, and headed to the dining room. When I returned, I could hear laughter from a variety show on the television. Ricochet was sprawled out on the couch, watching television and relaxing. When she noticed me putting the dishes on the table, she came scampering up. Dinner time is soon. Dinner at Kichi's house. Nippa. Ricochet, you're in a good mood. That's a pretty big difference from Satoko. Satoko isn't in a bad mood at all. She's enjoying herself more than she has in a long time. Enjoying herself? Seriously? She's like how she was in her Nini was with her. It's been a long time since I've seen Satoko look like she's having so much fun. Nini? What the heck is Nini? It's on cats make? Nini means brother. Satoko's older brother. His name was Satoshi. Oh yeah, was it Satoshi the dude with the baseball bat? I cleaned on to me that she had a brother named Satoshi. I think I got spoiled on Wiki from that, but I don't know if that was mentioned in the other 2 games or not. I'm not sure. It's been a while. Haven't you heard his name before? Satoshi Hojo? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. At least he didn't go to our school. Satoshi, huh? Satoko's other brother. That's the first time I've heard of him. She had a brother, huh? So he did not see the baseball bat yet. What? It's like one of the first things he's ever seen in this, seen in this whole place. Yeah, it's like the first chapter or whatever the first game was. I don't know where he saw that bat. I don't know. No, I'm not sure. Maybe he got it whenever he started needing protection. So halfway through or something. I don't know. She had a brother, huh? I didn't know that. She does have one. Saying that Ricochet grinned even more brightly and went nippa again. Once to go with Satoshi, she always looked like she was having fun just like this. It really has been a long time since I've seen Satoko enjoying herself this much. However, I looked at it to see if she didn't be in a bad mood. But her good friend Ricochet was saying that it was actually the opposite. She really enjoying herself. She must be remembering the time she spent with her Nini. It's nostalgic. Nostalgic? Huh. Didn't she live apart from Satoko? Maybe Satoko's other brother, Satoshi, is actually a lot older than her. He must have gone off on his own and was living by himself far away. Satoko seems like she got along well with the Satoshi person. She did. The 2 of them got along very well. She spread her arms wide to demonstrate the width of how well they got along. According to Rika Chen, Satoko supported her docile, slightly unreliable other brother, their nagging, that there was a relationship. I see. That certainly applied to the current situation. We had me unreliable and unable to cook even a single dish properly, and Satoko, who redid it while scolding me. Could Satoko have been getting a glimpse of her brother, who now lives far away through me? So she always pick whatever Satoshi did, but she firmly supported him, and they got along well. Today she was the one. She suggested we should go to Kichi's house. She let us know that unreliable Kichi-san could possibly make dinner. We need to go make it for him. Then she didn't come here to get revenge or to even get anything like that. She couldn't even leave you alone. Even now, Satoko's proper little sister. I was an only child. I didn't know how I felt to have siblings. Of course, I never had a little sister like Satoko. But I felt that in this moment I was an older brother, obediently and helplessly being looked after by her. Without any teasing or messing around, I'm going to give thanks for her trouble. I was also thought, Kichi-san, do you know where on earth the ladle is? Sorry, the ladle should be in a drawer to your right. I ran to the kitchen to get the ladle out the drawer and offered it to Satoko. It's all done. How you put the bowl and some things out? Yeah, everything's okay. Then let's have our meal. Rika, it's time for dinner. Me? I heard Rika Shen's efforts-saying voice coming from the dining room. Satoko turned on the gas flame on the stove and lifted up the pot of miso soup. Could you bring the rice cooker, Kichi-san? Be careful not to flip it over, alright? Right, I'll be careful. I could carry the rice cooker just fine without being warned about it. I thought about replying like that, but I decided not to. How many words or witty retorts today? Rice with steam billowing it from it and miso soup, as well as a handful of side dishes. On the table was a truly firm, family-oriented dinner. It wasn't weird at all or extravagant. It was a daily meal the sort of a housewife would make. It was very nonchalant, brimming with liveliness. Then let us eat. Thank you for the food. At Satoko's command, Rika-chan and I both thanked her in a loud voice. Am I allowed of you, Satoko? You have beaten me soundly. Oh ho ho, do you have a better opinion of me now? I might still not be as good as Rika or Hirina-san, but I could kick far better than a helpless Chi-Chi-san. Yeah, I know better now. After I honestly admitted our defeat, Satoko expressed her feelings softened and she laughed with her normally loud and cheerful voice. Chomp chomp, oh, the rice cooked really well. Though she used the rice cooker, it tasted a little different from the rice my mom made. Maybe she used a different amount of water for. Even so, I could feel Satoko's personality from the rice, which made it taste better than usual. Even when the soap was low on the thick side, but it was still delicious. The side dishes, while not exactly flashy, tasted great as well. It was also appetizing and I couldn't stop eating. The side dishes were all well done too. Satoko, you're not a bad cook at all. I gave my honest impression without a hint of sarcasm. Satoko seemed to have been expecting some because when I praised her so honestly, she got flustered instead. Oh, her praise honors me, but it's not so grand. Blah, blah, blah. So these are just things I bought at the store and heated up. This and this, and all I did was open the can. I can only really make rice and miso soup myself. Satoko said, embarrassed her face, but flushed. There was none of her normal verbal abuse or sarcasm there either. I can't make anything except rice and miso soup, but when you get ready to make the side dishes and put them on the table too, turns into something fairly splendid. Mom uses ready-made side dishes and canned goods too. It's nothing to be so embarrassed about. This is a fantastic dinner. I gave her honest praise. I never met Satoko's brother, but Satoshi would probably praise her in the same way. Well, I suppose that enough. I don't know. You could have realized I could hold my own in the kitchen. Would you like seconds? There's plenty of miso soup still left. Huh? Did that brat just awkwardly change the subject? When I realized my response had been on the mark, it made me a little happy. When you eat rice like this, it's fun, like we're eating with Satoshi. We could chat and mention Satoko's other brother's name again. Satoko's chopsticks paused as she looked up at the ceiling. How nostalgic. I wonder what he could be doing right now. She had a faraway smile as if yearning for a friend who moved away. From how I looked, I got the impression she hadn't seen Satoshi in quite some time. Satoko realized I was giving her a blank stare. I do apologize. Satoshi's my Nini. No. I'm my older brother. Okay, I see. Nini must have been a nickname only for Satoko used for him. It was funny to see her hastily deny it. I was rather surprised a person with such few living skills had the ability to run away. Well, I'm sure I'll pack up a shop at some point, return out of the blue. So he ran away. There was another story to what Satoko had said so cheerfully. The reason for Satoko not living with her was a little serious. Everyone had been talking about it in such an upbeat way, it was so I continued to talk about him. Should I not rush the subject at all? I asked him to take a look at Satoko's face after thinking of that, but there was no trace of the gloomy expression I've been worrying about. Well, he's old enough to be dreaming of living on his own. Nini won't be able to do it for long anyway. He has no endurance. Satoshi may not look like it, but he's a very preserving person. He's a lot more preserving than you think. Rika, you always take Nini's side right away. You're all a little too nice to him. Satoko is just too harsh on Nini. You should treat him more kindly when he comes back. Satoko and Rika-chan's views regarding Nini, aka Satoshi, Satoshi, so they're both Sats, okay, or Suts, whatever, are parallel to each other. But I could easily tell that both of them really liked him. They were so optimistic too that he even had to run away from them. It was like we're going to see him again next week. Satoko and Rika-chan both like Satoshi even now and waited for him, believing he would surely return. I never met him. But I know for sure that this Satoshi person was a really good guy. I had thought Satoko would be deeply hurt by her brother running away, but she had already overcome that. She was still being the energetic little sister, always full of vim and vigor, as if to say that her brother could come back anytime he liked. I thought Satoko didn't think through anything, just frolicked and played practical jokes every day, and that was it. But she was really, yeah. Why are you patting my head? I roughly ran my hand through Satoko's hair. I misunderstood you, Satoko. I didn't know you were this level-headed. Satoko seemed to think I was making fun of her and tried to bat my hand away. But then she saw that there was any trace of malice on my face and obediently granted me her head. Yeah, Satoko's level-headed. She sure is. I've been level-headed from the start. playing pranks on you because I was just playing pranks on you because you always do it to me. There was her usual provocation, but I decided not to buy into it today. You're right, you were just doing it to go along with me, but you were really so level-headed. Good for you. It's actually a compliment. It kind of seems like you're making fun of me. I'm not trying to make fun of you at all. I'm seriously complimenting you. Because if I was making fun of you, I would be petting your head too. That's right, isn't it? When Rika makes fun of me, people usually pet their head. Meep, that's canned sardines are delicious. Rika went, Nipa, and her smile became even brighter. Her attitude was so clear as day, but it was annoyingly cute, so both Sotoko and I suddenly burst into laughter. They laughter lightened up the table. The table itself was so dull and simple that I never even thought people could be laughing like this around it. And then I finally came to realize something really obvious. Dinner is better if you're laughing while you're eating, huh? Of course it is. Laughing makes it taste better. How rude. The food is good because I'm a good cook, obviously. This harmonious moment, this happy circle, is completely different than spending time with family, but still somehow nostalgic. Suko, do you want to see Nini? I didn't say Nini. Call him my brother, please. Hey, wait, you've been saying Nini this, Nini that this whole time. I don't know why early, and instead just call him brother like she told me to. Suko, do you want to see your brother? I could just stop eating and looked back and forth between my faces and Sotoko's. Sotoko was smiling. She looked like she was trying to choose her words. Just something that Sotoko conveyed her feelings. Honestly, she wished she would come home right now. But she wasn't that weak, so she should just do what you want until he was satisfied. In return, she'd let him in the schooling of his lifetime. Then she'd have dinner with him and lay out his futon for him. Well, of course I wanted to see him again. It's been almost a year. It's been that long already. Rika-chan smiled thinly, her eyes appearing to look far away. Well, Nini knew what he wants. It would lighten my load if he came back with more muscles and knowing how to do housework, of course. See, you said Nini again. You said it. I did not. I would never call Nini. They rapidly returned to the usual, lively atmosphere of lunchtime at school, but nothing changed about Satoko's feelings towards her brother. She was living so bravely and so strongly. Hey, Satoshi, your sister's trying so hard to watch the place while you're gone, isn't she? Give it a rest. Come back soon, got it? I don't think he will. Sotoko, it's time to clean up or else we will get sleepy. It was the reason we were all here watching TV and enjoying some tea after dinner. We could chill out a big yawn and then we spoke. Sotoko and I both looked at the clock and that's how late it had gotten. No, perhaps we both realized it already. We didn't just want this warm moment to end. Maybe we didn't want to say anything. Oh, this will not do. I still haven't washed the dishes yet. Don't worry about it. I can do that much at least. You made a great dinner, so I can only do the dishes too. Are you sure you'll be alright? But people who are not used to try to wash them with soap can make the dishes slip out of their hands, you know. Gee, she's turned into a perfect nagging little sister. I was charming and awkward. Emotions like that are mixed up inside me. I gave her a vague, dry smile. Kichi can at least wash the dishes. If you break one and hurt yourself, I'll give you pettings at school tomorrow. Yawn. Rika-chan yawned again so wide you could see her molars. Is it really alright? Kichi-san is pretty unreliable despite how he looks. Give me a break. Looks like Kichi's approval ratings have plummeted into Stoko's mind. Don't worry, I'll clean those dishes up, no problem. So don't worry about it and go home. Actually, at this hour, I can't let you two go home by yourselves. I'll take you there. Let me find the key for my bike. Once you're taking us home, Kichi-san will be the one going home by himself. You'll be in big trouble if you get lost in the roads at night in Takatsudo. There's no houses or lights out there at all. I was trying to worry about them going home, but I didn't think they'd be worried about me getting lost. Am I really that unreliable? She's really being critical, but yeah, this feeling I have it's not bad. So you're not needing to escort them. I saw Tsuko and Rika-chan to the gate. Thanks a lot for today. Thanks to you, I got to see a good culture dinner. As Takata Kamkichi would be growling and yelling right now. Truly, it's good, really good that we came. They really say me. I give them another bow-filled gratitude, or bow, whatever. Oh yes, I put the rice and side dishes into a container so use up here until tomorrow. And for breakfast, you can eat some bread and jam. Strawberry jam and peanut butter were in your refrigerator on another shelf to the right. Cocoa Powder 2 was at the upper right door of the cupboard. I know all that. You don't have to go into detail. I was about to say that. I decided to humbly listen to her. It was then when I finally realized that Satoko, who had once appeared to be in a bad mood, was in fact in a great one, just like Rikuchan had said. And though she nagged a lot, she was very kind. Then good night. Make sure to brush your teeth before you go to bed. You have to do it for at least 5 minutes. I got it, Satoko. I'll brush my teeth and make breakfast for tomorrow. And I'll be sure not to forget the bento. You need to wake up earlier than usual. You won't be able to get to your breakfast or been already. Got it? If you like, I'll give you a call a little earlier to wake you up a step using your alarm clock. If you don't have to go that far, I'll set my alarm clock to wake me up a little early. Thanks for being so concerned about me. Satoko looked like she had more fault finding to do, but she stopped and left me with a good night. I got on her back and disappeared down the time road. Rika-chan went to do the same, but then remembered something and came back. What's wrong, Rika-chan? Did you forget something? Kichi got 100 points for today. Clap, clap, clap. Rika-chan suddenly complimented me. She clapped her small hands. What's you on about? I didn't do anything worthy of praise, did I? I nearly burned down the house after all. Satoko probably felt like her Nini had come home. I think she's having a lot of fun. Once in a while, I want you to go along with Satoko scolding in the future. Are you telling me to be like another brother? That's so she could scold me instead of Satoshi? Rika-chan didn't say anything. She just smiled and went all, Nippa? That's cute. It's a Satoshi person. He was such a great little sister. He had such a great little sister. So what was he unhappy about? Tell her Satoshi would never run away from home. Satoshi had his own circumstances, I'm sure. I didn't know what he was unhappy with, but whatever the reason, it was no excuse for abandoning Satoko. I hope he comes back soon. I probably can't play the role of her actual Nini forever, you know. It's okay. You were just like Satoshi today. Please do it again sometime. If that's what will make Satoko happy, I'd take on this easy role whenever I needed to. Rika! Satoko stopped on her back on a distant exterior line and called out to her friend, who was coming no matter how long she waited. Okay, I have to go. Good night. Yeah, night. I can't replace Satoshi, but Kichi could do it. That's one last piece of baggage I need to shoulder. Leaving me with that, Rika-chan sped off on her bike. She rode up next to Satoko, and then the two of them disappeared in the blink of an eye. Satoshi, seriously, come back soon, got it? If you came home really late, I'll punch you right in the nose. Let's try our best until that day comes, Satoko. Even if I could no longer hear the sounds of their bicycles, I stood there for a while seeing them off. Higurashi when they cry. Alright guys, well that will be the end of this video. I got the first chapter down, and I will see you guys later.